Hello everyone and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. We're here at Universal Studios Hollywood. There's a bunch of updates going on as usual. I'm here in front of my favorite place to do an intro because there's nice shade and it's nice and empty around this area. And we're going to check out all the different construction updates as well as some brand new Studio Tour 60th celebration stuff. So I think rather than starting with the Studio Tour first day, I do want to test out my new camera settings on Secret Life of Pets. As y'all know, I've been testing out some new camera settings with low light, so I want to go in there real quick and test it out. Oh no, the animatronics are down right now. Looks like they're out for a walk. You can kind of see their figures right behind though, but they're not working right now.
More dogs are walking in. Look at all me. You in a shirt.
Honestly, I love the fact that I'm able to ride a dark ride like this at Universal. It's amazing. Oh no, Gidget's not working today. She's just there. Looking cute as usual. We're about to celebrate 4th of July early here with all the fireworks behind me. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you see a difference? Does it look good for low light? Let me know down below in the comment section. I would assume so. But now let's go get on the studio tour, check out some construction updates, and just enjoy a ride on there. Hopefully we get Earthquake this time. This Earthquake is so good. I should mention, it's definitely not too hot yet, but I mean, it's 9 in the morning, it's already getting there, so I assume in a couple hours or so, it'll be a great time to jump on Jurassic World to like cool down a little bit. So I'm gonna give a little shout out to our friends over at TLAV and the Entertainment Connection because they were able to snag a photo of what's inside the former Voice soundstage, and it looks like, you know, obviously nothing's confirmed yet, but it looks like they're building a Horror Nights house in there. I mean, wow, this was completely unexpected. So the fact that they're able to catch that's pretty freaking cool. Don't know what it's gonna be. It looks like some form of house, obviously. But yeah, shout out to them for catching this photo. I tried to do it, and honestly, I'll show you the footage right now. It was hard. I could not do it. So props to them. Obviously, in the T-pad location, you still have this facade going up. I'm not going to point out the obvious here, but it does look like a slaughterhouse. Like, are we picking up those vibes too? This could be anything slaughterhouse related, or of course it could be different movies. I mean, we have Leatherface. Could Leatherface be returning? Could there be a different type of slaughterhouse movie that we're missing? I don't know. It looks like a slaughterhouse to me though. And then I did actually get a good photo this time of the Curious George lot location, obviously of one of the houses that you could see. And the detail in this facade looks absolutely incredible. So whatever it's gonna be, I'm sure that the house will be incredible as well. Because I mean, look at that detail. They've definitely stepped it up with their details on facades and just details in general in the past couple years for Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. I really like it a lot. Going to walk in a Potter right now because there's some brand new lockers that are now complete and done, and honestly it makes crowd control a whole lot better. We make our way right to the left over here. We can get a look at the all new locker area for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. It is a much needed upgrade, as before the lockers were located like near the gift shop and it was very tight and very small, and even see right now during busy crowds it's still pretty tight, but honestly being out here is just way better. Helps crowd control a whole lot, so good on Universal for doing this and, you know, theming it with the rockwork and everything. This is pretty cool. I'm actually quite shocked, to be honest. In the middle of summer, wait times are not that bad. Like, Forbidden Journey is only at 15 minutes right now, and it's already 11 o'clock. Man, look at how much track they have added since the last time that we visited for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, a brand new coaster opening in 2026. There is so much track. Oh man. I mean, this could be meaning that there's going to be dual loading. Kind of what I'm getting here, or either that it's a transfer track over there from the maintenance bay. But my understanding is the station's right over here to our right. However, there is another little small building that has been constructed over there. So the layout itself is kind of all over the place right now, but nonetheless, seeing this track right here is kind of nuts how much they put up already. But we'll come back to this a little later. We're gonna turn our attention to the Universal Plaza because there's some new offerings for the Studio Tour 60th anniversary celebration. Okay, you know what, before we do that, I mean, look at that. Look at how close we are to the track. The actual track for the coaster. Wow. It feels so real. I mean, it'll feel even more real when like trains are obviously on the track, which we have a long ways away till, but this feels real. This feels like family for Fast and Furious. So right here in the Universal Plaza, they have a lot going on. Tons of different photo opportunities that they have added for the anniversary celebration, which I think is pretty cool. This has probably got to be my favorite right here. The former ice tunnel attraction. They have a photo op for it that was at the end of the studio tour. I miss it so much. It used to even go up to Mount Crumpet for Grinchmas time when they would theme it up to that. But yeah, I miss it a lot. But there is a photo opportunity for you right out here. You obviously have 6 Points, Texas here, where I know that they do have different character interactions. They're not out right now. Maybe they'll be out later and can snag a picture with them, but they'll have some sheriffs out here for 6 Points, Texas. Right here is a replica of the DeLorean, and you can actually look on the inside of the DeLorean from the Back to the Future films. You can see everything going on the inside right there. Pretty incredible stuff here if you're a long-time Universal Studios fan or just like a movie fan in general. Amity Island right here from Jaws, that big billboard that we see before we go into the Jaws experience on the studio tour. Also another character interaction experience that's not out right now, but I believe that they actually have George out here, and if you're a Universal fan, you'll know exactly who George is. Oh my goodness, they have Woody Woodpecker out here. Hello friends, how are you doing today? Staying cool? Awesome, can I get a selfie with you guys? Right on. I just got my much needed picture, and there's no line. They literally both just came out randomly and there's nobody there, so I was first in line to get a photo with them. Definitely an amazing experience here in the Universal Plaza area, just different photo ops and everything, which I really like that Universal Hollywood did. And of course, yeah, they do have little small souvenir shops here. This one's not open yet, but obviously it's themed up to the Glamour tram and Woody Woodpecker driving it. Who else would you want driving it? Some more Horror Nights related stuff. We know that a Quiet Place Haunted House is going to be going in this location right here, the former Walking Dead location. This is actually where Evil Dead Rise was last year, and Horror Hotel before that. So obviously, a quiet place, we can't see what's going on inside, but I'm sure with the different sound effects and everything that they're going to utilize, it's going to come out amazing. I'm really curious to see if they use parts of the queue. I mean, because Murdy did confirm that it is a black box in there now, meaning that all the walls have been teared down and everything, so nothing's really standing from Walking Dead. So will they have an indoor queue, or will it just be outdoors? Lots of questions surrounding Halloween Horror Nights right now, but one thing's for sure is there's merch already available in the studio store. So let's go check it out. Right over here, we have obviously a Quiet Place Haunted House. That t-shirt runs for $33, and then on the back, let's see if there's anything on the back, it says rule number 1, don't make a sound. Gotta stay quiet in this house, or else you're gonna get eaten by a giant monster. Then we have the generic Halloween Horror Nights merch here that we've seen in Orlando already. The theme this year is Where Horror Lives, and then there's obviously the Blacklight Reactive shirt. Find it funny, that's the Orlando archway. I wish they made a Hollywood exclusive one though, where it's like the Hollywood archway. But yeah, there's a cup there. There is a display of a Quiet Place Haunted House, obviously the featured shirt right now. So I'm sure they'll change it out once they start to announce more IPs. They also have a heat reactive mug here. Let's see right here, with a Quiet Place on it. You can't see it right now, but you can kind of see in the background exactly how that works. They have the main kind of design when the heat's in it, so, or when the heat's generating that design. I believe they also have a hat for the generic Where Horror Lives at too. And then yeah, obviously the Chucky merch that we talked about last time. Regardless though, like I said, I'm sure once they start to announce more IPs, because we only have one IP announced, once they start to announce some more IPs, then we'll get more featured merchandise like the Quiet Place merch that we see right here. Ooh, look at the construction for Halloween Horror Nights. There's a lot of detail on this facade for sure, and they actually do have the sign that says, we're in the process of dressing our park for Universal Studios Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights. Oh man, this facade looks amazing, and if it's anything like last year's house that was here, which was Monstros, and I think that this one will be just as amazing. We know that Murdy's teased this area continuing to be like Latin America kind of theme, so I assume that this will probably be the same. But I mean, it's hard to guess what that exactly is right now. You know, I mean, it just looks like a building, an old kind of vintage building. I will say there are some new interesting developments as far as, let me see if I can put my finger on it right there. That kind of black, I don't know, what is that, like a gate material? Or kind of little design? Am I making sense here? So that's kind of interesting because that wasn't there before. It was just an opening, like a a dome opening. There's no detail there, but now there's detail there. And then I can see like right here, there's some more detail added as far as whatever is going to be hung right there, as well as some other little points where you can tell that they're going to probably hang some stuff up there too. But this facade looks beautiful, just like the one did over in the Curious Storage lot. So I'm curious to see what will go here. I'm sure it'll definitely have a scare zone attached with it, as all the Parisian houses have had scare zones attached with them. We'll go look at the overview right now that we always like to watch over to see all the construction work for Fast and Furious. But look at the construction work right now. I mean, this is a sight to see right here. Wow. Every time that we come here, I'm always like, wow, this is a sight to see. And then they keep adding more. Here we go. We really get a good idea of exactly where that track's at. And you can see all the different markers that are going down as far as where the rest of the track and different supports are going to go as well. And props to the construction workers bringing this together for our enjoyment and our experience, because let me tell you all right now, it is very hot outside. I can only imagine they're sweating. So I just want to give a quick shout out to all the construction workers working on this project and just working all over the theme parks in general, because it's hot out right now. Still no update as far as these different foundations and stuff go. And then looks like the crane is currently moving right now, bringing stuff to the different workers. And we pan over here to the right, you can get another view of that track. Woo! More roller coaster track, we love that. Now let me ask y'all down below in the comment section, do you think that there will be audio on this ride with Vin Diesel just screaming family at you the entire time? By the way, for a limited time here in front of the Home for Girls, you can meet some of the minions from Despicable Me 4, which comes out in a month or so. Obviously you hear the minions, but yeah, you can meet some of the new ones, or the minions dressed up in their outfits for Despicable Me 4. It's time to walk down to the lower lot. We'll check on construction afterwards, but there's a brand new game inside of Super Nintendo World. And also I feel like we'll see really how crowded it is on a big summer day. Doesn't seem too bad here in the lower lot. I mean, it's a typical crowded day here in the lower lot. Like, this is what I'm used to. By the way, Jurassic World is a 50-minute wait, and rightfully so, because people are cooling on down. Way more of a crowd, like similar to opening weekend. But anyways, like I said, there's a brand new game. You have to go up here to the second level up here in the glacier area. Let me show you guys how to get there. We are gonna locate the entrance to Mario Kart's Bowser's Challenge, and then we're gonna make a left right over here, right underneath this yellow block. There's some stairs to head up to the second level. Then you're gonna walk down this hallway to the all-new game that you can see people are already playing right over here. So yeah, it looks like you kind of just start it yourself. There's no team member over here. You kind of just go and activate it with that block and start it yourself. And then you try to grab all the coins and the turtles and everything, or the Koopas. And then yeah, right over here is obviously the rest of the lookout. And by the way, there is a team member now manning the game inside there. It got a little bit chaotic, so I was hoping that there'd be a team member to kind of have people wait in line and stuff like that. But yeah, that game looks like a lot of fun, very fast paced. And then you can also come out here to see the beautiful aerial overview of the rest of Nintendo World. Honestly, it's really nice that they're starting to add even more stuff and add more value to Super Nintendo World. Even if they're not big attractions, they're still adding new experiences like the one that we just saw. One thing left on the construction tour here for the day, which is the last two remaining Halloween Horror Nights houses. What's nice is now we have confirmation of exactly what this is. This is going to be Dead Exposure Death Valley, the first original house announcement that we got for Halloween Horror Nights here in Hollywood. Not much has changed with the facade since this date. It's kind of looked like this for the past week or so, but they do have some, looks to be like props outside, or maybe some walls. Ooh, I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Maybe some walls and stuff that they're painting on the outside. Well, some other props all around the area. And if you guys aren't familiar with what Dead Exposure Death Valley is, I made a whole video talking about all the different details, so I highly recommend check that out. I'll leave that down below in the description. But yeah, here's an update on the facade for Dead Exposure Death Valley. Very far behind it is that kind of slaughterhouse type of house that I was talking about. That's what it looks like, at least. You don't really get as good of a view up here as you do on the tram, but there it is. I mean, it looks relatively the same as when we saw it on the tram. And we turn around and we can see more Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction. Right there is the end piece of the track, obviously. And then that still remaining support right there. Oh, look at some birds. Chilling in the trees, watching the construction as well. We love that. Look how freaking close we can get to this piece of track right here. Really, really close. You stand right here on the side of the Starway, and then of course the rest of what looks to be the station. Pretty amazing stuff, to be honest. And then yeah, there's the lower lot way down there. Just can't get over the fact that we can get this freaking close to the coaster track. Here's that view that I was talking about right here of the Fast and Furious coaster in Springfield. Look at it, and it has a beautiful blue sky behind it, clear skies that are, and of course a giant crane. But that's besides the fact. It looks beautiful. It's awesome.
I'm trying to talk the two languages I know right here.
Right, English and Spanish?
That's right.
Right on, man.
Exacto.
Well, keep it up. Stay dry.
Yeah, see, well, yeah, I'll go to Waterworld if you want to get wet.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Well, you too.
Huh?
You too.
Make sure the ride's okay.
Okay, right on, man.
I appreciate you.
Have a great day.
Watch yourself for me. I love it.
I will. If you need any trusty insider information, I would definitely trust that guy that I just met right now. But everyone, that's going to do it for today's visit to Universal Studios Hollywood. We had a great time, and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button with those bell notifications on and leave this video a like. And as always, check out our spooky podcast. You can watch all of the episodes hosted by myself and the Howling Hour down below in the description. So make sure you check that out as well. My name is Scott. You've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key. And most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.